While the chest can make a huge visual impact on your physique, it can also be one of the toughest muscle groups to build, especially as we get older. If you've been performing every chest exercise known to man, yet you are still unsatisfied with your results, then listen up. Because in this video, I'm going to share the 5 best joint-friendly chest exercises for building bigger, more well-developed pecs for men over 40. But first, let's go over the basic anatomy of the pecs and their functions so you can have a better understanding as to why these exercises are so effective. The chest is composed of 2 muscles, the pec major and the pec minor. The pec major is the big, superficial muscle you think about when talking about the chest. The pec minor is actually a smaller, deeper muscle that lies beneath it. Since both muscles are activated with similar movements, we're going to focus on the pec major. The pec major itself is divided into 2 heads, the sternocostal head, which is the main lower portion, and the clavicular head, also known as the upper chest. Both heads are responsible for horizontal adduction, or bringing the arm across the body. The clavicular head, however, is also responsible for shoulder flexion, or bringing the arm upwards, as well as internal rotation of the shoulder. If you can manage to train these functions under resistance and progressively get stronger over time, you'll have no problem building an impressive set of pecs. So now that we understand what muscles are involved and what functions they're responsible for, let's get into the 5 best exercises for building your chest. Exercise number 1, high incline bench press. The incline barbell press is the king of all upper chest builders. This exercise trains both horizontal adduction and shoulder flexion, meaning it's a great exercise for targeting the chest, but particularly the clavicular head, due to the high degree of shoulder flexion. Not only that, but it's a great way to build strength and achieve progressive overload. To perform this exercise effectively, set the bench at a 45-degree angle, as research shows this to elicit the highest activation in the clavicular head. Incline any more than this and you run the risk of turning this into a shoulder-dominant exercise. Another great tip is to let the elbows flare a bit in order to achieve a higher touching point. This is unlike a normal bench press, where your touching point is much lower, normally around your nipple line. Doing these 2 things turns the movement into what is known as a guillotine press. Although this may sound a bit dangerous, rest assured this movement is actually quite safe when done with an appropriate load, using proper form. On top of that, it's going to better stimulate your clavicular fibers due to the angle they run at. Flaring the elbows also places the insertion point, the humerus, further away from the origin, the clavicle, leading to a greater stretch on the pecs, making this a great overall chest builder. Exercise number 2, decline dumbbell press. The decline dumbbell press is a great way to emphasize the lower portion of the pec major while also reducing shoulder involvement due to the angle you're pressing from. It's always been believed that the incline bench press targets more of the upper pecs, while the decline press focuses more on the lower portion of the chest. According to research, however, a 30-degree incline and a 15-degree decline both lead to high activation of the upper chest. This means the decline bench press is also a great exercise for building the upper chest. And although I wouldn't make the decline press the focal point of any upper chest training, it does indicate that maybe the decline bench press is worth adding to your arsenal, especially since most of us find it less stressful on the shoulders. Exercise number 3, low incline dumbbell press. Why a slight incline over a traditional flat bench press? To answer this question, we need to look at some EMG data, showing the level of activation in the pecs, delts, and triceps during bench pressing movements of varying degrees. One study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, where they placed electrodes over the lower, middle, and upper chest alongside the triceps and front delts, found that a 15-degree angle is not only great for hitting all fibers of the pec, it also elicits more activation of the deltoids. Another benefit of the low incline is it's easier to load than the traditional incline variation. And since progressive overload is the main pathway by which we build muscle, this uncommon chest exercise gives you a bigger bang for your buck. Exercise number 4, low to high cable flies. If you haven't noticed, all of the exercises thus far have been pressing movements. That means they've included the chest, shoulders, and the triceps to some degree. The problem is that you may want to add more volume to stimulate a muscle, but the other muscles that help with the movement are already fried. So those muscles will fatigue first and be under max tension, leaving the main muscle underwhelmed. In this case, guys who bench press may be limited by smaller muscles like the triceps or shoulders. That's why it's a great option to add isolation exercises to your chest training routine. If you really want to focus on just the pecs, a low to high cable fly is a great addition. Not only are you training the pecs through their primary functions, horizontal adduction and shoulder flexion, but the cables provide constant tension throughout the entirety of the lift. And if you want to take this exercise a step further, try internally rotating your shoulder as you reach the top of the movement for an even more shortened contraction. And while the low to high variation is our top choice as it loads every major function of the pecs, The cable station provides versatility, allowing you to adjust the pulley lower or higher depending on what area of the chest you want to target. So if your lower chest is lagging behind, a high to low variation might make a bit more sense for you. Exercise number 5, push-up. The push-up is much like a bench press except that you're pushing your body away from the floor instead of lifting a weight away from your body. The problem arises as you get stronger. Eventually, you'll be able to do a ton of reps and struggle to fatigue the chest. That's why I recommend you perform the push-up with proper form, using a slow, controlled cadence until you're able to perform sets of 20. Once you can do 20 to 30 reps with relative ease, the push-up becomes far less effective. This is supported by research that compared sets of 3 to 5 reps, 9 to 11 reps, and 20 to 28 reps with the same volume between groups. In the end, the 3 to 5 and 9 to 11 rep range group built the same amount of muscle, but the 20 to 28 rep group didn't build muscle at all. This is because the muscle fibers are not fully activated with such light resistance. This is why I recommend that once you're able to do more than 30 reps, you increase resistance by adding a weighted backpack, performing advanced variations that are more challenging, or simply switching to free weights. So there you have it. The 5 best chest exercises for men over 40. Include some or all of these exercises into your chest training arsenal while aiming to get progressively stronger over time, and you'll have no problem building an impressive chest. Did you find this video helpful? If so, click the like button below as it'll truly help out the channel. Also, if you're tired of wasting money on useless supplements but are looking for a real edge in the gym, check out our science-based performance stack. With turbocharged and maxed out, you'll cover your pre- and post-workout needs with clinically dosed products proven to improve energy, enhance stamina, and increase strength and power in the gym. And right now you can get 25% off your entire order. Just head over to musclemonsters.com/supplements or click the link in the description and enter the coupon code MONSTER at checkout. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more videos and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Peace.